All right, so we're here in experiment 2 of the Barley Max trial that was funded by the Ministry's Strategic Field Program and Sask Barley with some in-kind from Canadian Malt Barley Technical Centre. So we've got a nitrogen fertility rate trial here. We thought we were looking at all those other experiments. We wanted to know what was the real upper end of the curve for nitrogen responsiveness. Nitrogen really drives our yield. Unfortunately, with barley, you get that protein up too high is problematic. And so we want to understand that, particularly for some of these newer, higher yielding varieties like AAC Synergy and CDC Bow. We're standing here in front of the CDC Bow plots. This is the high-end trial. Agri-ARM trials recently, they found that they were going up pretty high rates, kind of in that 150 kilograms per hectare range. Sorry, I don't remember the exact number, but it was high fertility rate, and they weren't topping out the curve. So we ended all the way up to 240. So we got 5 treatments here, and it starts at 0, so whatever the background fertility is on the site, and the 0's at our far end. And you can see, if you can see that in the picture, that is a pale yellow. It's not as thick, it's not as lush. That is not going to grow as much crop. So we go from 0 to 60 to 120, 180, and 240 kilograms nitrogen per hectare. Yeah, 240 is not practical, but we want to know what the curve and response rate is to know what the yield potential is of these varieties, where we can still have a reasonable expectation of hitting the protein targets for malt barley. And so these ones aren't going to go all the way through the malting quality analysis that the other trials will, but we're going to find out what the malt quality is for the potential. So whatever a producer takes their barley to the malt house to get analyzed, we're going to find that out as well. So we get, in particular, that protein level. That's what we're really watching for, is it's at an acceptable protein level. And so we'll find out what the ideal nitrogen rate is for some of these higher yielding, newer malt barley varieties.